All right, let's get a little practice at finding the equation of a line passing through two given points. If, let me get my calligraphy pen here. I'll do these three problems. So the first thing we need to do is find, we have y equals mx plus b. Way too thick. And we need to find m, the slope, which in this case, we're going to do the y2 minus y1 thing over x2 minus x1. That's the change in height. That's the delta y over delta x. It's kind of like the rise over the run. So we're going to use this little formula. We're going to subtract the y's and subtract the x's and find the slope first. Then we need to find the b, the y-intercept. All right, I'm going to erase this so I have some room to work. You can always go back and find it and write it down. So my y's are the 4 and the 1. It does not matter which direction you go. I typically would just go right to left. And this is, let me do this, show you this quick. This is x and y. This is x and y. It can't be the same x and y, so they typically will go like this: x1, y1, x2, y2. That's where that formula comes from, that y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. My voice is groggly because it's early in the morning for me. Here we go. 4 minus 1, 0 minus 1, in that order. Again, I could go the opposite direction, but if I go 1 minus 4, I have to do 1 minus 0 for the underneath part. But it's 3 over negative 1, which is negative 3. So up to this point, I have y equals negative 3x plus b. And you need to write this. You need to show me this work. Don't just figure out in your head. Don't count the rise and the run and figure out this change in height and the change in x. Okay, show me this algebra, this little equation here. And then solve this using the algebra also by picking one of these points and plugging it in for x and y. Now this is easier because right here, this is my y-intercept. Right here, 0, 4 is the y-intercept, so I know 4 is going to be my intercept. But just for fun, because this is so fun, I'm going to plug in 1 and 1. I'll plug 1 in for y, 1 in for x, and solve for b. And add 3 to both sides. And just like we figured, our intercept is 4. So we take this equation with the unknown b and our found b and write our final answer, which is negative 3x plus 4. Okay, I shall delete, and I'm going to do this. I'll make this a little larger. I'll do number 2. And if you think you already get it, go ahead and try number 2 and pause it and check your answer. I will do, because this is bigger than this, I'm actually going to go 5. I'm going to go, oops, don't do that. I'm going to do 4 minus 1. Okay, I'm going to subtract the y's. And then on the bottom, 5 minus 1. I'm doing it left to right just because I want to keep the answers positive. You don't have to do that. If I would have gone 1 minus 4 and 1 minus 5 for the x's, I'd get negative 3 over negative 4, which is also 3/4. The two negative signs cancel. So either way, so you get y equals 3/4 x plus b. Now this is going to be a goofy one. I guess I'll just use the 1 and the 1 because that looks like it's going to be easier. I'll just get some crazy fractions here, which we're going to do anyway. 1 equals 3/4 times 1. It's okay if I just do that. And plus b. And then subtract 3/4. Could use fraction busters here, but I don't really want to do that. And if I take 3/4 away from 1, kind of like taking 3/4 of a dollar, 75 cents, from a $1, I get 25 cents, so I get a fourth left over. Or change the 1 to 4/4. Minus 3/4 is 1/4. So my final answer then is y equals 3/4 x plus b, which I just found was 1/4. How'd you do? I don't have enough space, I can just leave that up there. All right, for the next one, I'll go right to left again, even though I'm making it negative. Negative 15 minus 3 over negative 5 minus 1. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to show you the other way too, just to show you how it works with negatives. 3 minus negative 15 would have been the other way you could have done it. and 1 minus negative 5. It's always a minus, but when you simplify it, you go plus plus. Okay, so here we have negative, this way, negative 18 over negative 6, which is 3. Here you go plus plus, which is 18 over plus plus 6, which is 3. So either way, I get 3 for a slope. Oops. So y equals 3x plus b. Then plug in one of the points. This one looks easier for x and y. So 3 equals 3 times 1 plus b. Oops, plus b. Subtract 3. B happens to be 0. So the final answer is just y equals 3x, or y equals 3x plus 0 if you prefer. All right, hope that helps.